The Albion Online Spring and Summer Roadmap is worse than you think. You'll see all these other Albion content creators sucking it off, saying, oh, the 2026 is going to be so great. This is a great update. No, it's not. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I've always been true on this channel. And as an unofficial Albion content creator that doesn't get all the bonuses they do, and they don't have to follow the NDAs that they've signed, and all of the little hidden content creator Discord roles that they have to follow, and where they all pat each other on the back, I'm going to tell you the real deal with the roadmap and why it's bad and why it sucks. And for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, let me just show you. It's this. So let me just go over it, right? Real quick. And yes, I'm sick. That's why my voice sounds weird. You don't have to ask in the comments. Save me a comment. All right. I am sick. I am dying. That's how being sick works. Your voice gets all graggly. Anyway, the first thing they mentioned in the update was more faction warfare slop. This is just copy-pasted from the Black Zone. This sucks, okay? The whole faction update sucks. We all know it sucks because you farm less points than before. Sure, the fast travel is nice. Sure, I'll give them that. But the rest of it is a downgrade. Everyone that was really passionate about faction warfare is burnt out from this update. And, oh, they're adding banners. Whoa! Who cares? All right, next up is the spring content update, the visual overhaul. Hey, remember where I predicted this one 2 hours before it went live? That's right. And some of those predictions were for 2027, so my bad, right? But anyway, this update, it makes the game look prettier. You know what this means? It makes the game run worse on your phone. It makes the game look different than what you remember. It makes the game look more artsy-fartsy. The reason they do this is because they hired a bunch of artists and they're sick of paying the artists to stand by and do nothing. Instead of having the artists do new content for the game, they're just making the artists do busy work. Like, hey, artist, look at the bank and bridge watch. This is the bank and bridge watch. Artist, we need you to redo the art in the bank. Add more random pots of flowers and make more lighting in this corner here and change some of the crates. And yeah, that's all a visual overhaul is. It's not like they're redoing everything in the game or making it a higher fidelity game. They're not bumping it up from Unity. They're just making their artists earn their paycheck. And is this bad? Is this good? Well, it's not going to make people who quit the game come back. It's not going to make people who are bored out of their mind be like, oh, wow, the art's cool. I can't wait to play this game for 12 hours a day. Said no one ever. By the way, if you made it this far so far on the video, go to Bridgewatch on the West server. Buy this Grandmaster Flamewalker staff. It is of good quality. It's the only one on the market. And buy this Festive Reindeer. No one has bought this yet. It's the only one on the marketplace. In all of the cities, I'm the only one that owns it. Buy it for this cheap-ass amount. Flip it for $60 million 6 months from now. You're welcome. All right, let's get back to it, okay? And yeah, I'm going to try to do this in one take, okay? Next up is the Xbox console launch. And you may be thinking, there's no way this is bad. Let me just tell you a little bit of something about Xbox console launches, okay? So, this isn't free for SBI. This is going to cost them some money. Because Xbox and Microsoft, they're not a charity. And so, who do you think is going to pay for this? You know who? I know who. It's the ever-increasing gold price. It's the possibly ever-increasing subscription price. It's the ever-increasing cost to run the servers. And the servers are running like dog doo-doo. And you think the servers are going to run better when the X-Bros come? No, but that's not, that I don't really care about any of that stuff. That's like water under the bridge type of stuff, okay? I don't even know if that's how you use the saying. I'm just trying to sound smart here. Now, the Xbox launch, think of other MMORPGs that did this. I'll tell you one that's dying. New World. You know what New World did? Their player counts were plummeting to hell. And they still are, because the game's dead. So what did New World do? They made a huge patch where they're like, oh, Xbox, welcome in, Xbox Bros. Play our freaking game. And you know what happened to New World? No improvements, nada. Zero zilch. It was a complete waste of money. waste of time. I want to ask you something, the viewer. Do you own the newest Xbox, not Xbox One or Xbox whatever the old ones were? Do you own the most recent Xbox? Do you own this? I don't know anyone. I don't know a single person that owns a current generation Xbox. Nobody. I know plenty of people that own a PS5. I know plenty of people that own the Switch 2 and the original Switch. But I don't know nada, zilch, zero, nobody that owns an Xbox. Now, I also want to mention a few other things, too. Albion Online is a game that is not played by Americans, as in the United States of America Americans, not South America, not North Canada Americans. I mean United States of Trump 2024 America, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Yes, the majority of people in America actually own Xboxes. That is true. The majority of Americans do not play Albion. Albion, out of all of the regions in the world, is least played in the United States of America, okay? I don't know why that is. And you can, if you're in the United States, you can go to any comic book shop, any arcade, any nerd hangout, and ask all of the MMORPG dweebs that are there. And not a single person, none of them play on Xbox, by the way, but none of them play Albion Online. So I just want to talk a little bit more about like other things about Xbox real quick. So number one, there is an arcade in my area that is owned by a wealthy person, okay? And they have a PS5 and an Xbox, the newest one. I don't know the freaking name. I'm not going to Google it. But they own both consoles. Okay, now this arcade, they have a time where children can come in of all ages and play the arcades and play the video games. And then after a certain time, they close it down so only people over the age of 21 can be in the arcade. It's one of those arcades that serves alcohol and pizza and hot dogs. You know the ones, right? Maybe you don't. Okay, an arcade, if you don't know what that is, it's like really big video game machines that have one game on them, kind of, sort of. You should know what an arcade freaking is. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that at night, whenever the arcade is only open to adults, not a single... I've been going to these arcades for the past 5 years, at least 6 to 8 hours a week, kind of, sort of. Maybe not as hard, maybe not that much, but around that much, okay? I have not seen, the entire time I have been there, I have not seen adults playing on the consoles. I have not seen adults age 21 and up using the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox. The only 2 times I have ever seen someone on these is when they had a fighting game tournament and they were using one of the systems to get more of the preliminary matches done on the console before they move to the cabinet or something. That is the only time I have ever seen adults play on consoles. There is a reason why console kiddos or console babies are called that. Adults don't, in this day and age, the only adults that are playing on consoles are like dude weeds, you know, the people that get high and smoke weed. The people still in high school, maybe early college kids, you know, kids still working crappy jobs or whatever. Like when I worked in retail, yeah, there was a lot of people that played on Xbox. They would invite me to play Call of Duty, and it turns out they were all playing it on Xbox, and I was on PC. I'm like, why the hell aren't y'all getting a PC? And that's just how it is. But they're not playing this. They're not playing Unity Slop. They're not playing Kickstarter donation game. They're not playing Albion. They're not playing MMORPGs. Okay. But you know who is playing the consoles? You know who's playing the Xbox and the PlayStation and stuff? It's children. Children are playing it. So, whenever they announce, hey, it's coming to Xbox, you know what's coming to Albion? Children. Children, babies, little kids. That's what's coming. Do you want children in Albion? I know you guild leaders. I know you. You're like, oh, you're rubbing your hands. You're like, oh, yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to get your hands on them so you can potato farm them, and they'll earn you a bunch of guild points for the season, and they'll go on gather all damn day long And they'll do all the slave work for you. I bet you're waiting on that. But let me tell you the hard truth, okay? While there will be some children coming to the game from the Xbox update, it's not going to be that much. It's not going to be enough to alter the game. You're not going to see populations jump for more than a month or two. Tops. 2 months tops, and it's back to business as usual, okay? And why is that? Let me tell you why. Remember the arcades I just talked about? When you go to these arcades during the day, the consoles are constantly being played by children. Constantly. All the whole time, they are open for kids. The kids are on the consoles. And there are 3 games that they play. There are 2 main games and 1 rare game that they play. Okay? I'm going to let you guess right now. I want you to try to figure out what video game are all the kids playing on Xbox and PlayStation 5. All right, you ready? I'm going to tell you. The number 1 game they play on these consoles is Roblox. No, they're not playing Albion. They're not playing Call of Duty. They're not playing, the newest Tekken fighting game or whatever. No. They are playing Roblox, and it's funny because I always watch what they're trying to do on Roblox. I don't play Roblox. I don't know I don't know how it works. But they're always playing like some spooky horror game, or they're playing like grow a garden, steal a brain rot, stuff like that. The number 2 game that they are playing is Fortnite. They are playing Fortnite. They are either playing some custom map where it's like red versus blue, some sort of testing map where you can get any gun you want and shoot whoever you want and respawn, no penalty. They're not playing like ranked, no build mode. They're not even playing the build mode, okay? A lot of kids, they don't even play the build mode, okay? No, they're playing like little custom maps. They're playing little custom mini games that everyone else is playing. Albion doesn't have custom things. There is no steal a brain rot in Albion. That would be cool if that was the thing. Steal a Benji, steal a swole Benji, right? That would be funny. But anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is that Xbox. This is a nothing announcement. This doesn't mean anything. Oh boy, all your favorite soy drinking content creators are shitting their britches that Albion is coming to Xbox. Oh, man. Listen, you can already play this game on a controller, and it sucks on a controller. The only good thing about using a controller with Albion is fishing. That's it. And if your hand cramps from fishing, get a better mouse or take up the piano. That's what I've been doing the last 8 months, is playing a virtual piano game. And my hands don't cramp from fishing anymore in this game. Whoopee, right? What is the next update? The Keeper event. What's the Keeper event, Swole Benji? What is it? Do you know every July is Albion's anniversary, which is probably in summertime, I think. I don't know. I don't know the seasons. The seasons are different depending on where you live anyway. Like, my summer is your winter, probably. But what I'm trying to say is that this is already a thing in the game. The anniversary Keeper dungeon, I think they skipped it last year in 2025. I think they skipped it, but they'll just bring that back. That's what it is. They're going to bring it back, and they're going to add a few other things. Whoop-de-doo. Oh, you could find a big statue in the open world. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Listen, no one cares. And it's just an event. It's not like a forever thing. Who cares, okay? And then everyone else is acting so hype over this stuff. Dragons. Oh, man. Dragons are coming to Albion. Really? Listen. I'm going to tell you about dragons, okay? Let me tell you about dragons, okay? In all of 2025, when I was in the mists, this guy's like, he wants a screenshot. Butter both. Here, he wants a screenshot. Here you go. Yeah, I'll stand next to him. There you go. Anyway, there you go. There's a screenshot. You're in the video, by the way. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that in all of the mists that I did in all of 2025, there was only one time in the entire year that I encountered one of the mist monsters and it was the fairy dragon, okay? The little fairy pixie dragon. I forget the name, okay? I know this isn't what they're talking about for dragons, but the rarity of the mists and encountering those special magical beasts. He's watching my vid right now. Yeah, you're in the vid right now, boy. Butterbow. You better have a stats page. You better have a freaking stats page. There you go. To rule, you must be willing to do what others won't. Exactly. There you go. What a good quote. I need to throw this guy some money. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm broke now. No one's buying my mount. No one's buying my mount skin. Buy it. And maybe I'll throw money at people again one day. But listen. I played for a full year, and I encountered one pixie dragon in the freaking mists, okay? So when they say they're adding dragons to the game, you're not just going to go out into the blue zone. Oh, I'm in Smooth Fork Cleft and go fight some dragons. You're not going to do that, okay? What's going to happen, probably, is that, oh no, there's a dragon flying over the royal cities. Woo! And for the next 15 minutes, it's going to land right here. And you know what that means? That means every guild, every Zerg guild, every Discord with a bunch of little slaves, they're going to be pinging. They're going to be like, hey, wake up, everybody. Alert, alert, at everyone, wake up. There's a dragon in Roast Corpse Step. Get your ass out here now. All right, or you're G-kicked. And then these guild masters and these Discord servers, there's going to be dragon hunting servers, by the way, and you're going to get kicked from them because if you're not slurping their toes, they don't want you in their server. So this is content you will never get to do. You are never going to slay a dragon. You are never going to see a dragon. You're going to see it in videos. Oh yeah, day one, Coco, baby. He's going to be slaying that dragon that the admins type. They type a command. They go, add dragon at location XYZ. They're going to do that for Coco, and then he's going to slay a dragon and make a big video about it. It's going to get a lot of views, and those views are going to be worth 10 cents per 1,000, so he's not going to make any money anyway off of it, okay? But, he gets to slay the dragon. He gets to see the dragon, okay? And then all the game masters, they're going to be patting him on the butt. They're going to squeezing. They're going to be squeezing those cheeks, okay? But he's probably a bony boy down there. But I don't know. I never looked. I'm not going to look. I'm not that way, but I'm betting he's a bony boy. He ain't got no booty bounce. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't, this is not content for you. This is not yours. You don't get to pet the dragon. You're not the main character from Shangri-La Frontier. You don't get to see the world bosses. You don't get to do the world bosses. You know who gets to do the world bosses? The RMT guilds, the world boss guilds that have everything on lock and key. And you know what? Some doofus is going to read the video game code. He's going to sniff the packets, and he's going to bribe the game devs, with under-the-table things, and then they're going to leak the code to them, and they're going to finagle exactly when and where the dragon will spawn, when and where it's going to fly on what day, and there will be, let's say, you see an announcement, oh, the dragon has landed at High Tree Lake, right over here. Well, guess what? You know who's going to be waiting there 1 hour before that's even announced? Every single guild that is in on it. Every RMT guild, every coder, every cheater, hacker, radar hacker, all the radar hacking RMT cheaters are going to be like, oh, our cheat device says the dragon will land here in 1 hour. And all of their buddies are going to surround the dragon, and as soon as it lands, they're going to nuke the shit out of it. It's going to drop some stupid rare item that you can't afford and that I'm never going to pay for, and they're going to put it on the market, and some stupid dickhead that has a Bitcoin mining facility in the middle of nowhere is going to swipe his fat credit card for a whole bunch of Albion gold. I don't even know where the shop is because I never use the shop. He's going to buy 10 of these for like $10,000, okay? And then he's going to get the Dragon Super Flying Epic Battle Mount, times 9001, or whatever the heck the Dragon drops. Tier 9, Tier 10, Super Legendary, whatever the hell it is, okay? You're not getting it. I'm not getting it. None of us are getting it. This is not content for us, okay? But let's say that's not the case, because I'm not Nostradamus. I don't know the future. Let's say they just add dragons as a mob type. It took you 3 to 4 years, and all you're doing is adding a single mob type? Are you serious? Is that all you're at? You're adding one mob type. On a Unity game, instead of wasting all your art assets and money paying for this slop, how about you add dragons and gremlins and goblins and centaurs and orcs and ogres and more demons and more humanoids and robots and angels and sexy snake ladies and sexy slime ladies and you get the idea, guys. What I'm trying to say is that all these people pooping they pants over my dragons. My fucking dragons, mate. Oh, I can't wait to slime me a dragon. Don't. Why does it take them half a year to add a dragon? Bro, a real game dev studio can add a freaking dragon to their game in like a couple weekends, okay? You go to any indie game dev that works with Unity, which is the game engine that this slop runs on, and I guarantee you they could have a fully coded dragon with a balanced HP bar, make it a raid boss, make it a regular boss, a dungeon boss, a mob that randomly spawns, a rare mob. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about, none of that matters. None of the gameplay matters. They can literally, look, if you know basic game dev and basic art, making stuff for this game is not that difficult, okay? But here's why they make it. Look at this mount. This is a boar mount, all right? You could put this in a 3D modeler like Blender or something. People, you could literally pay someone on Fiverr to make this, something better than this, like a couple $100. Okay? There's no excuse not to have a B mount. There's no excuse not to have dragons years ago. Why just, oh, we're adding a new mob type, dragons. Oh, okay. What do they drop? I don't know. Dragon crystals. Okay, what do those do? Okay. They make they make crystal armor. Okay, cool. What do the crystal armor do? Well, it's like soldier armor, but slightly better. Okay, cool. So now I have to have the crystal armor to fight the soldier armor. If you've been paying attention to the PvP scene lately, you know soldier armor took over literally everything. The game is ruined until they revert or change or introduce something to counter it. It's just forced meta. It sucks. Okay. Now that I've gotten the negatives out of the way, there is one thing I do enjoy or will enjoy a little bit. And that is the one, and I called this in my video. I told you in my video, my prediction video, the 1 versus 1 arena. And I don't know why I'm drawing arena there. Anyway, the 1 versus 1 arena. I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you why it's good, why it's bad, okay? Good. Why is it good? I don't like queuing up for arena with random dickheads. I just don't want to do that. I want to just see how good I am against someone else. One guy. Not 5 guys in a Discord hooting and hollering. Heal, 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 heal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't want to do that. I don't give a shit, okay? I just want to, I wake up, I take a piss, I set up my computer, I check my YouTube, I log into Albion, I check the activities tab, it's not 20%, I log out. But now I can go to arena and do a 1 versus 1 arena, and I can put on a random set of slop, or I can put on a try-hard set and kick some ass or get my ass kicked, all right? There's 2 ways they're going, there's multiple ways really, but there's ways to ruin this. Number 1, lack of arena rewards. When you do arena, you get a little loot bag. That's fine. Just give us this for doing the 1v1 arena. I really hate that there's a daily reward. I think that's stupid. I don't want to just do 3. So what I actually plan to do, I'm going to be honest here. When 1v1 arena comes out, I'm just going to have like 300 characters, and I'm just going to give them all their daily rewards, if that's even a thing. Knowing SBI, they're going to be like,
We don't like the solo players, so we're gonna make it so that they can't get rewards. They have to play on a team. My name's Retro Man.
And that's what they're going to do. They're not going to give solo players the 1v1 arena award. I'm going to call that right now. I'm calling it now, buckos. Yeehaw, partner. So, next up is, how else can they ruin the arena? Let me tell you, besides meta builds, they could ruin the 1v1 arena by making the arena too big. By making the arena too big, this allows only mobility sets to be viable. That means, are you using a bloodletter, or a sword, or a dagger, or a quarterstaff, which I don't have any available. I have one somewhere. Where is it? Or a double-bladed staff with the movement ability. If you're not using mobility, you can just infinitely reset the fight until you get the advantage, and then you win. All right? And then the next problem is... Listen, I'm gonna give you a bit of a history lesson here, okay? The history lesson is as follows. The only other game that I know of that has ever done a 1 versus 1 arena successfully is ArcAge, my favorite MMORPG of all time. ArcAge. Now it's Ashes of Creation. But in ArcAge, they had a 1 versus 1 arena, and I don't know if I'm misremembering this. I could be wrong on this. But... in order to balance arena, they made it so you could only use specific 1 versus 1 arena buffs and not your regular consumables. Because, let me explain a little something to you, okay? If I get into the arena with a smuggler's cape, which lets you throw 2 potions, and I load up these 8.3 major poison potions, and that's going to hit you for... 635 true damage twice. That's 1.2 thousand HP. Assuming your item power capped, and you better damn well be in a 1v1 arena, otherwise no one's going to play it but the 8.4 Mega Sweat Lords, and why would they even bother? This is going to chunk you over half your HP as soon as the battle starts, okay? So, and it's true damage. You're not getting around it. I'm sorry. Maybe you could do like a dodge roll, I guess. Good luck doing that when I'm in your face throwing it. Just busting that ball over your forehead, doink, and then kissing it so I get poisoned too, mwah, right? But what I'm trying to say is that a billionaire like me can afford to make these 182,000 silver potions as much as I want forever. Forever. I'm not only am I a potion crafter on this character, so I can craft these 8.3 poison potions indefinitely, cheaper than you will ever buy them. I have over 30 potion crafter alts. 30 of these bad boys. I have 30 characters that can do this. So when Swole Benji runs out of focus, then I can just craft more and more and more on those characters. And those characters, you know what they do? They wait for that 20% potion day. Because that's how I milk every single possible penny. And I can always stock up on these 0.3, like gathering potion, poison potion, you get the idea. Now, this doesn't just stop at potions, but also 0.3 food, which I don't have you on hand because I've been selling my 0.3 foods. I don't keep any at all. But let's say I, get a snapper. Let me show you a good food here. Let's see. We got, the Pure Mist Snapper. Look at this bad boy. Maximum HP. Life Leech. I get a 0.3 version of this. You're dead. You're dead. You're full dead. You will never have as much stats as me. All right. And then problem number 3 is Awakened Weapons. Okay. If Awakened stats help at all in the arena, then you're screwed versus everyone that has a weapon like this, okay? Like, for instance, in the depths do take account of your awakened weapons, but they nerf it by 80%. It's an 80% nerf, okay? So if I have plus 500 HP, when I'm in the depths, I only get 100 of that HP. That's still plus 100 HP over someone else, giving me a massive, massive advantage, okay? That's like 3 to 4 auto attacks of an advantage, okay? And, a really good, skillful PvP fight, it gets down to the wire. Both players are down into their, double-digit HP amounts, right? That's a good fight. What's not a good fight is I eat my point 0.3 food, I throw 2 of my point 0.3 potions, and I whoop your ass with a maxed out, fully awakened weapon. Okay? But that's assuming the arena is small and you can't run away from a fight. Because if you can run away from a fight, it's just mobility builds. Now, the other thing that will plague 1 versus 1 arenas is the 1 versus 1 cheese builds. I'm talking the full burst permafrost, the full burst fire staff, or the wildfire staff, very popular. I'm talking any kind of cheesy whispering bow build, Badon, but I'm going to predict right now that the number 1 versus 1 PvP build for arena will be Bow of Badon. That is my prediction, because that kicks my ass the most in yellow zones. That is the hardest build for me to fight in a one-on-one with most of my builds. Build number 2 that I think will do well is a really good battle axe build. I don't think I have a battle. Yeah, there's a battle axe. A really good battle axe build I think will do well. I think arcane staff kiters will do very well. Not so much the astral, but just the regular arcane and the witchwork staff. I think those will do very well. If they don't balance healers, life touch, druidic, great nature, you're screwed. You're dead. You can't kill if they overheal. Okay. But my favorite build for 1 versus 1s is Flamewalker staff. Now, when I tried to fight one of the world's best PvPers on the test server, I did some duels with one of the best PvPers in the game, okay? And no, it's not Juan. He's pretty damn good. But Humperdinck is, in my opinion, the best skilled player in the freaking game. And what does he run? He runs like Frost Staff. Yeah, he runs like Frost Staff. Let's see. Man, I don't want to have to dig through all this. Okay, I don't know if he's played lately or if he's even playing anymore, but he normally runs at like a 8.4 like glacial staff or something. Not glacial, but whatever. I mean, look what he does. I'm not gonna look at what he does. He runs Chill Howl. He sometimes runs Arctic. But yeah, these things will kite your ass to death, okay? So if they can do that in 1v1 arena, you're screwed, you're dead, all right? But my Flamewalker staff build, it's an all-in build. Even when he had the highest possible defense with the highest possible spec on the test server, and he ate the highest buffed food, I was able to one combo him down to like 10% of his HP on my opener with a Flamewalker staff of equal power. All right, without the food buff, of course. And he was in full plate, by the way. So, yeah, even soldier armors are going to feel the burn. And, yeah, I'm definitely going to try it and see if it works. But as far as what's the build? Swolbidgy, share the build. That's for members only. I'm sorry. I'm not in the mood right now to make general guides for the public anymore for this game because of how I've been treated and my lack of friends that I've made over the past 7 years of making videos for this game. All of my guides are members only until I decide otherwise, until the game jumps up in player count or viewer count. But right now, I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Portuguese. Okay, Reddit doesn't like. Who cares about Reddit? And the devs don't like me. The devs aren't going to make me an official content creator, and so I'm never going to get a creator code to get that sweet 15% commission on gold sales or whatever it is that they get. I don't even know what they get. I don't get the free premium. Look, my character has no premium active. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is that this patch sucks. This patch blows. This whole 2026 sucks for Albion. And you may be thinking, but this is just spring and summer, Swolbidgy. What about fall and winter? Well, guess what? It's not going to be any better. It's still going to suck. Anyway, that's the video. That's my thoughts. This video is going to be titled something like at the top of the screen here. Do your part. It is up to you to not let this video get hidden by the haters. The haters are going to downvote the video. So you have to. You have to upvote the video. Click the like button right now. Do it. Don't be a lazy sack of crap. Click that button. And finally, leave a comment. You got to comment about the video. Don't leave a bunch of dumb emoji faces. Don't ask me about some other game. Don't ask about Albion stuff on other game videos. I made a cooking video on how to cook pho, okay? Pho. You know, the Vietnamese noodle dish with beef? And you guys are asking Albion questions on it. Stop that. Go to an Albion video and ask the damn questions. I'm not mad. I'm just concerned, okay? I'm also talking aggressively so that my voice doesn't get gravelly because I am sick. But, I've been sick for months, guys. I'm not getting any better. I can't afford healthcare. I can't afford medicine. But with that said, click the video on the right side of your screen. If you don't, you're going to be perpetually sick for like the next 3 months, and you're not going to get better. And it just sucks, man. Like, my head is so stuffy, I can't even hear anymore. Like, I turned on my girlfriend's car, and I couldn't even hear the motor. That's how bad it's gotten, okay? Anyway, see y'all later. Mwah. Kiss on your forehead, and yes, I am sick, and it's on your forehead, so you better wash it off.